Jardine, US Ambassador to Mauritius and Seychelles, the Honorable Consul General to Indonesia, Mr. Salib Jinas, Mr. Ravi Lama, President of American Chamber of Commerce in Mauritius, Mr. Bhavya Shah, Head of Personal Financial Services of Bank One, Mr. Shumika Lakshman, Country Director, MasterCard and Indian Ocean, Board Members of AMCHAM, panel chairs, panelists, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AMCHAM Mauritius Business Summit. I am Jerry Nana, your MC, your host for today. Now, this Business Summit in Mauritius, powered by MasterCard and Bank One, represents the leading forum for progressive businesses seeking to leverage opportunities within the region. Spearheaded by the American Chamber of Commerce in Mauritius, in collaboration with MasterCard, Bank One and the US Embassy, this summit is poised to serve as a crucial convergence point for industry captains, decision makers, and innovators keen on navigating and enhancing Mauritius' economic sphere. This distinguished gathering is set to promote dialogue and partnership among leaders in business, government, and various sectors with focus on advancing themes such as digital innovation, support for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, the empowerment of local businesses, and active engagement in public policy field. We have the objectives to showcase the collaborative efforts and innovations in digital payments and SMEs support, to strengthen the relationship between AMCHAM and the US Embassy with local businesses and government entities, to provide a platform for networking and establishing partnerships among key industry players. Today, we will be showcasing three panel themes, namely, number one, revolutionizing transactions, the future of digital payments and innovation, empowering growth, nurturing local businesses, SME, continuous engagement in public policy, and advance the social and economic development in promoting the common goods. I now have the immense pleasure to invite Mr. Ravi Lama, President AMCHAM Mauritius, for his opening speech.
Thanks, Jerry. Before we get into some serious stuff and business, I'd just like to share with you a fun fact from Nepal. For all ceremonies or all events, it is mandatory to have a banner. And I was curious one day, it said, why is it mandatory for a banner to be put up? And the story goes thus. A minister landed up at an inauguration and read out, since he had several inaugurations to do that day, he read the wrong speech at the wrong event. So for the next year onward, the ministry sent a notice out saying that henceforth, for every event, there should be a banner, so it's easy for the minister to look back and see that very happy to be here. His Excellency Henry B. Jardine, US Ambassador to Mauritius and Seychelles, the Honorary Consul General for Indonesia in Mauritius, Mr. Salim Junas, Mr. Bhavya Shah, Head of Personal Financial Services Bank One, Mr. Shumika Lakshman, Director, MasterCard Indian Ocean, board members of AMCHAM, panelists, members of the press, and distinguished guests. It is both my honor and privilege to welcome all of you here to the AMCHAM Business Summit, powered by our esteemed partners, MasterCard and Bank One. This summit stands as a testament to the unwavering commitment of the American Chamber of Commerce, the US Embassy, and our collaborators to foster economic growth, innovation, and progress within Mauritius. In an ever-evolving global landscape where technological advancements and digital transformation are reshaping industries, it is imperative that we embrace change and seize opportunities. This summit serves as a catalyst, bringing together visionary leaders, entrepreneurs, and policymakers to explore the frontiers of digital payments, nurture the growth of small and medium enterprises, and empower our local businesses to thrive. The discussions and insights shared here today will not only shed light on the challenges we face, but also uncover the immense potential that lies ahead. By harnessing the power of collaboration, innovation, and strategic partnerships, we can pave the way for a future where businesses flourish, economies prosper, and our communities reap the benefits of sustainable growth. This summit is a manifestation of our shared vision, a vision that transcends borders and embraces the spirit of cooperation. It is a testament to the enduring relationship between Mauritius and the United States. As we work hand in hand to create an environment conducive to entrepreneurship, technological advancement, and economic prosperity. As we embark on this journey together, let us be inspired by the possibilities that lie ahead. Let us embrace the transformative power of digital innovation, support our small and medium enterprises, and actively engage in shaping public policies that foster an inclusive and thriving business ecosystem. Thank you for your presence and participation. I look forward to productive discussions, insightful exchanges, and the forging of valuable partnerships that will shape the future of Mauritius. Ladies and gentlemen, let the summit begin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ravi Lamar. We look forward for your opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your presence here today. I shall now call on stage Mr. Abhavya Shah, Head of Personal Financial Services, Bank One, for his address. A big round of applause. Thank you.
You have the same speech. So I'm going to keep it very short. His Excellency Richard, United States Ambassador for Mauritius and Seychelles, His Excellency Mr. Salim Juwas, Shomika Lakshman, Country Director for MasterCard Indian Ocean, Mr. Ravi Lama, of course, the President of AMCHAM Mauritius, captains of the industry, members of press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. It's my privilege to extend a very, very warm welcome to the AMCHAM Mauritius Business Summit, powered by, of course, Bank One and MasterCard. To me, this summit is a platform for collaboration and exchange of ideas, and all the great stuff that Robin talked about. Amongst industry leaders, decision makers, and innovators. Your presence today highlights that coming together on a regular basis, having these conversations is critical to explore new growth opportunities and to create benefits for the community. At Bank One, in collaboration with MasterCard and others who have been instrumental in enhancing digital payment capabilities for Mauritius, that have fueled innovation, supported businesses, and fostered economic empowerment in our community. We hope to continue supporting entrepreneurs, especially small and medium enterprises, with tailored financial solutions that leverage cutting-edge technology, all the stuff we'll talk about later, to enable their growth ambitions. The panel that I'll be moderating is about the future of digital payments and innovation, and I would love to keep exploring where and how that can help Mauritius. And of course, I look forward to having more exchanges after the panels when we're outside. So I'm just going to keep it and cut it short out there because Robin has said everything. Thank you very much for being here, and I wish you all an excellent summit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bambiara. Thank you so much. I have now the pleasure to call Mr. Shumika Lachman, Country Manager MasterCard Indian Ocean, for his address. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
You can repeat exactly the same what you said. In Indo-Korean, but to do that. His Excellency Henry Jordan, U.S. Ambassador to Mauritius and Seychelles, His Excellency Salim Tunas, Ravin Lama, of course, President of the American Chamber of Commerce in Mauritius, Bhavyasha, Head of Financial Services, Bank One, members of the press, distinguished guests, and esteemed partners. Good afternoon. I'm Shumika Lachman, the Director of Country Business Development for MasterCard in the Indian Ocean region. So that includes Seychelles, for which we collaborate extensively with the ambassador. It is an honor for me to be here today at this pivotal summit hosted by the American Chamber of Commerce in Mauritius, in collaboration with Bank One, the US Embassy, and of course MasterCard. It's a privilege to share this platform and visionaries who are shaping the future of our region. At MasterCard, we're driven by a mission that goes beyond payment processing. We are committed to transforming how transactions enable inclusive, sustainable, and economic growth. Our presence in Mauritius, a vibrant hub for technology and innovation in the Indian Ocean Islands, is a testament to our commitment to this region. Our focus has been on harnessing digital payment technologies to empower people and businesses. Through partnerships, and I repeat that, through strategic partnerships, with leading financial institutions and innovators across Africa, we have introduced platforms that enhance digital inclusivity and foster economic growth. In line with our global goal to include 1 billion people in the digital economy by 2025, and that's next year, we view each technological advancement as a step closer to a world beyond cash. By collaborating with local banks and businesses like Bank One, we have successfully introduced cutting-edge payment technologies that streamline operations and enhance customer experiences. These collaborations are crucial. Crucial in terms of the advancement and the scaffolding that it provides to SMEs, where we thrive for a digital-first economy. Our collaboration with several other banks and the launch of several platforms, like Simplify, like the Payment Gateway, right, keeps us at the forefront of helping small businesses and their transition into a smooth e-commerce space, which ensures that no one is left behind in this digital evolution. Our future outlook and collaborations include deepening our investment in Africa, with Mauritius being a key market where we recognize the immense potential of the region as a leader in technological and economic development. Of course, we have recently opened a new office here in Mauritius. It's a physical office. I think it's the second one in the whole of Africa over the last year. So that is, again, reiterating our commitment to the market, to the country, to the government, to the policymakers, and to its people. So, of course, our commitment extends beyond physical presence. We are actively fostering a culture of innovation that embraces all facets of society. Through this, we aim to ensure that every innovation we bring to market, from advanced payment systems to financial literacy tools, is accessible to everyone regardless of their economic standing. Together, we are not just investing in technology, but in ecosystems that nurture sustainable and economic growth. Today's summit is a testament of that and symbolizes the strength of collaboration between MasterCard, American Chamber of Commerce, the US Embassy, and numerous local entities. These partnerships are vital for creating a robust network through which we can collectively enhance public policy engagement, support entrepreneurial ventures, and drive inclusive growth. In closing, let us continue to forge paths that connect and empower. Let us leverage our collaborative expertise, and I thank Bhavya for this. Since it's been at Bank One, I think there's been a lot of innovative stuff that we've done together, right? And we keep anticipating and act on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Together with platforms like today's summit, we can transform challenges into stepping stones for innovation and prosperity. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to engaging in discussions this afternoon. Thank you.
A huge thank you, Mr. Shamika Lashman, Country Director of MasterCard Indian Ocean, for your address. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's a pleasure being here today for this amazing event. I now have the privilege to call for address His Excellency US Ambassador to Mauritius and Seychelles, Mr. Henry Jardine, to please come and join me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry. It's great to see you again. You're a natural behind the podium, so thank you. Hard act to follow. But again, the High Commissioner for Indonesia, Salim Jonas, President of the American Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Robin Lama, Mr. Shamika Luchman, Director of the Country Business Development at MasterCard, Mr. Bhavya Shah, Head of Personal Financial Services at Bank One, members of the American Chamber of Commerce Board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is very much a pleasure to be here. Very excited to be here. This is a great initiative. Again, I want to thank Bank One, MasterCard, American Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity for me and the embassy to be here to be part of this discussion. Although I have to say, Robin sort of made me a little nervous because he talked about having a banner up there to explain what this was for. And I don't know if he was trying to imply something, because I was at the MEXA annual general meeting this morning. I can assure him that I don't have any speeches referencing MEXA here today. It's all about what we're discussing. So I did get the right comments, right speech. But no, that's great, Robin. Thank you very much for adding that touch of humor to today's event. So I won't, if I make a mistake, then people start laughing, I won't feel as bad. But again, I'm very pleased to be here to represent the U.S. Embassy at the American Chamber of Commerce Business Summit, sponsored by MasterCard and Bank One. And again, thank you all for this event, for convening this, for bringing together the business community and myself, representatives and government leaders, to discuss important topics of financial services, digital payments, growth of SMEs, all the very important things that the previous speakers have referenced, but I will go ahead and reference them again, because again, I think it's important to highlight that these are issues, these are areas that we as the U.S. Embassy are also very engaged on, and feel it's very important to be part of this kind of dialogue. In addition to again, working with entrepreneurs, working with women entrepreneurs and others from disadvantaged backgrounds, bringing resources and capital to people who have not had the opportunity to have those resources and capital. So for us, this is a very important effort. And again, I think in today's program, there's a very good balance of different representatives, different discussions to talk about key issues related to these sectors. And again, it's important to highlight the opportunities here in Mauritius, the opportunities and the resources and tools that are available to entrepreneurs, to businesses, because it's about creating a positive commercial economic environment. And this is a really important goal and objective for the U.S. government as well. We very much see that our relationship with Mauritius is based, I think, on three basic pillars. One is obviously the government-to-government relationship. There's also the relationship we have and the outreach to the community through educational exchanges, outreach to media, emphasizing human rights, social rights. But a very key, I think, third pillar to this relationship is that commercial trade and economic relationship. And so for our embassy, we are very focused on how we can facilitate and engage with businesses in the United States to try to encourage them to look at Mauritius, but also work with businesses here and see how we can create a positive relationship between the two sides. But another important element of our engagement really is working with the government to create that environment as well. And today more than 100 companies or brands are currently invested or have a local presence. U.S. companies or brands have a presence here in Mauritius. And these companies are leaders across sectors, including financial services, telecommunication, information technology, logistics, food processing, fishing, clothing, and education. So as you can see, there's quite an extensive range of business presence here, and across a whole range of sectors, which I think is important to highlight because it does demonstrate that here in Mauritius there's a diversity of business sectors that have value and that are of interest to U.S. businesses. And they provide employment for Mauritian citizens, support critical infrastructure, and provide really critical resources, services, and products for many here in Mauritius. And again, as I mentioned, we have a very close partnership with the government, and I think that's very much a part of what we're trying to do, is be an advocate, facilitator for business through our role in engagement with the government to help in providing that environment that is conducive to business. And again, I really want to thank the leadership and partnership of Robin and the AMCHAM board. Last year, they had the Business Climate Index, which I think was an important step. That climate index was an effort to get a consensus, get views, perspectives from the business community on what were the challenges and opportunities. Based on that index, it gives us then the opportunity to go back and engage with the government and say, look, these were areas that the business community identified as challenges, whether it's in identifying human resource needs, because again, I know that's one consistent challenge I hear from the business community, is finding the right people for the right jobs. Whether it's in sort of the timelines it takes for permitting, the regulatory challenges and obstacles, these are kinds of things that businesses emphasize to us, and that when we work with the local government, we highlight that as well. Another area that we really try to facilitate is thinking about where the U.S. legislation and policy can be helpful. And I think a key instrument, again, sort of referencing my morning discussions at MEXA, I did hear quite extensively AGOA, the African Growth and Opportunity Act. This is seen as a very important part of the bilateral trade between the United States and Mauritius. And we were fortunate that we had representation from really our most important committee within Congress, the House Ways and Means Committee, came here to have a discussion with local business people and government officials about the importance of AGOA as a bilateral instrument that provides that framework for trade and commercial relationships. And the committee left here with a very positive understanding of the opportunities in Mauritius. They did see how AGOA had contributed to diversifying the economy here, providing opportunity and generating capital that then could be reinvested in other sectors, and that has really helped to spur Mauritius in its diversification and made it so successful today. So they realized the value in preserving that, and they're going back hopefully to make that happen. Obviously, as you know, the United States legislative process is very challenging. Far be it for me to explain what will or will not happen in Congress, but they're committed to trying to renew AGOA and also to allow for Mauritius to stay in to AGOA, because one of the challenges is whether, as Mauritius becomes a higher income country, whether we graduate out of this. And the expectation is that we're going to be introducing legislation that should hopefully accommodate Mauritius should that happen. So I emphasize that a lot and reference that because it just happened recently. It was an example of a very high-level visit by senior legislators here to Mauritius, which I think is emblematic of the awareness in the United States of just how important Mauritius is. Many people will say it's a small island, it's in the middle of the Indian Ocean, but when you have a large, very powerful committee of Congress people coming here, I think that says a lot about how the United States views Mauritius from a policy perspective, but also from an economic commercial partner. And then, I guess I'm taking a little longer time than my predecessors, and apologies. But you can see, you be careful next time you invite me, be careful, because I do very much enjoy the opportunity to engage on these issues, because I think it's very important. So you got what you asked for. A longer speech. one of the other things I really wanted to highlight is that, as a result of our awareness and the focus here in Mauritius on the potential economic opportunities, we are also looking, and I hope Business Summit's not trademarked, because we're also looking at having our own little business summit here this summer, and we're looking to bring some leading American businesses in different fields in the area of biopharma, financial services, and hopefully other sectors. And we're working with the Foreign Commercial Services Office. The regional hub is based in South Africa. So in August, we're hoping to bring out the business representatives who've not yet sort of taken the plunge and encourage them to look at Mauritius. And we've gotten some very strong interest. And I think it's very encouraging from our side. So I'm hoping that that will continue to build the momentum from interactions like today, the visit that we had with our congressional delegation, and a lot of other, I think, very important data points that I'm seeing over the last year that indicates that we're really at a very important juncture. So we're very interested in promoting this delegation coming out in August, and I mentioned some of the sectors again, agribusiness, renewable energy, ICT, biotechnology, and hopefully more. And I encourage you also, if you know many others in the United States, many of you have contacts and relationships with businesses in the U.S. I would encourage you to go ahead and have them come out, because we're happy to host them. And the objective is for the U.S. Embassy to facilitate interactions with leading government officials to really advocate and essentially lobby for a business, welcoming environment. And so we have, I'm very happy to introduce our new economic officer who recently arrived here a couple of months ago, Joanna Chen. And so we're very happy having Joanna on the ground. She also comes out of a business experience and environment, brings a lot of extensive experience from the private sector into the embassy, so we're very fortunate in having her. And then we have our commercial specialist, Anjanet Chakuri, who I think many of you know, and Anjanet has been working with chambers, many of the chambers in the past, and has extensive local private sector experience. So during the course of this event, we're out socializing, I guess, enjoying the hospitality. Please talk to both of them, and they'll give you a bit more background, and if we can encourage more participation in August, that would be great. So, coming to the end of my remarks, I look forward to continuing fruitful collaboration with both public and private stakeholders here in Mauritius. Again, I want to thank the American Chamber of Commerce, MasterCard, and Bank One for their initiative in this effort. Very glad to be here to be part of it, and look forward to having this as a continuing dialogue to promote U.S. Mauritian commercial relations. So thank you all very much.